Good evening, everyone. I'm Bree Stewart. Until the St. Louis Cardinals closer, Jason Isringhausen, returns from a strained abdominal muscle, it'll be closer by committee. Cards taking on the Braves tonight, and Tony La Russa was taking on the umps. He was unhappy right from the start for the balls and strike situation. He didn't get thrown out here, but after this pitch, Mr. La Russa just loses it. He goes crazy, and he gets thrown out of the game. And the ball and strike situation didn't get much better after that. Top of the ninth, game tie. Dan Kolb strikes out Larry Walker to end the inning. On to the bottom of the ninth, a blast from the past. Raul Mondesi would hit the game-winning blast off Jimmy Journal. The Cards would lose this one 3-2. Injuries have the Cubbies singing the blues, and the Cubs were taking on Houston tonight as starter Kerry Wood would only go 3 innings, complaining of shoulder pain, the same pain that caused him to depart last Sunday. Jeff Bagwell had 3 hits on the contest today, and although the Cubs would manage to tie it up with this home run off Jason DuBois, it was a pitch hit home run off of Kerry Wood leaving the game nonetheless. The Cubs would ultimately lose 7-5, but they may have lost Wood for the season. The Culver-Stockton baseball team started this afternoon's doubleheader looking at a very tall order. To have a chance at conference tournament play, they would have to take 3 out of 4 games from Missouri Valley. After striking out the Vikings in Game 1, 3-0, junior standout Seth Mentor gets a K there. Mentor pitched a gem today, allowing only 2 hits on the contest. Zach Walton would have an RBI single. He had 2 strikeouts there. An RBI single, and the Wildcats would just flat out smoke the Vikings today, feeding off 2 great pitching performances. They would win 10-2 and 10-0. Also on the Culver-Stockton campus today, the football game had their spring scrimmage, and they're gearing up for the season at head. Aaron Legauz with a 25-yard pass to Emmanuel Tilson. Legauz would hit Tilson for the TD eventually, and after that, it's just going to be practice, practice, and more practice until the season opens in September, and you can guarantee that they're looking forward to hitting people other than the ones on their own team. On to the Quincy University Hawks, who played in a doubleheader against Northern Kentucky this afternoon. Brad Stone was rock solid in his first game, going the distance and allowing just 3 hits on 1 run. Let's take it to Game 2. Chris Otten was equally as impressive, pitching 7 innings. He wouldn't get the win, but he would get a little help from Chris Scroggins, the shortstop right there, who puts up some instant offense in the 4th. That would put the Hawks up 1-0. This one would go into extra innings, and the Hawks would win by a score of 3-1, sweeping the doubleheader and improving to 26-22 on the season. Very busy day in Quincy High sports today. The QU soccer team was at Flynn Stadium, and they were playing in some tournament play against the QHS Rock Island team. They won the first game by a score of 1-0, and they lost their second game against Springfield Kickapoo by a score of 2-1. Just steps away at Flynn East, QND was playing Rochester, and QND won the first game over Rochester by a score of 2-1 with a stellar performance by their keeper. They also managed to shut out the team that QHS beat, Rock Island, by a score of 10-1. The QND baseball team also put up big numbers against Jacksonville, winning Game 1 11-1 and winning Game 2 by a score of 17-7. 17-7. Okay, during the Dogwood parade today, the Quincy High baseball team was taking on, I don't know if we have that tape. Yes, there it is. The Quincy High baseball team taking on Almond today. The Quincy High Blue Devils ended up sweeping this contest. Script. And last one. Go down. All right. Well, we had a cool story, right, about...
Tonight's closed captioning is brought to you by Blessing Hospital.